Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I got a pretty wild one for you, and I think it really ties into some of the bigger stuff we've been talking about. We're gonna talk about the famous actor Randy Quaid, the guy from National Lampoon's Vacation, Independence Day, Kingpin, and so many more. We're not gonna just talk about his acting career. We're gonna dive into the whole star whackers thing that he started talking about years back. A lot of people laughed at him, and a lot of people said that he lost his marbles, but if you really listen to what he's saying, it actually sounds a lot like the same tactics we see in gangstalking cases. So let's break this down nice and easy and see what we can learn. Let's start at the beginning. Randy Quaid was born on October 1st, 1950 in Houston, Texas. He grew up in Bel Air, a suburb of Houston. He went to Bel Air High School. Randy wasn't exactly born into fame. His family was pretty normal. His dad was an electrician and his mom was a real estate agent. But Randy had that big Texas personality, and he eventually went to the University of Houston to study drama. And guess who encouraged him to act? One of his drama teachers. That's where he found his passion in performing. His first big break came when he was cast in The Last Detail in 1973 with Jack Nicholson. He actually got an Academy Award nomination for that role. That's pretty huge for a young actor. After that, he just kept going up, doing comedies, dramas, TV movies. The guy had a lot of range. He could do silly and goofy, but also serious and deep. In the 80s and 90s, Randy was everywhere. You might remember him best as Cousin Eddie in the National Lampoon's Vacation series. That character was hilarious and became kind of iconic.
Yeah, I bet you could use a cooling, huh?
Now you're talking.
Then he was in the giant blockbuster hit Independence Day in 1996. He played that pilot who helped save the world at the end.
All right, you alien assholes! In the words of my generation, up yours!
Dad, what's he doing?
Come on, baby! Come on, baby, come on!
Good luck, buddy.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
He also did a lot of TV. He won a Golden Globe for playing Lyndon B. Johnson in LBJ the early years. He was a respected actor, no doubt about it. But as time went on, things started to get weird. Around the late 2000s, Randy and his wife Evie Quaid started making headlines for all the wrong reasons. They started talking about this group they called the Star Whackers. According to Randy, this was an organized group that targeted celebrities, basically to ruin them, steal their money, blackball them, and even kill them. At first, everyone thought it was just a publicity stunt or that they had just gone off the deep end. But let's think about that for a second. We already know that Hollywood is not this shiny, happy place. It's a business full of manipulation, backstabbing, and mind games. If you cross the wrong people or stop playing along, they'll make you pay for it. So when Randy started saying he was being stalked, followed, and financially destroyed, it doesn't sound that crazy if you think about what we know about gangstalking.
For the past 20 years, my wife Evie and I have been the victims of criminal activities perpetrated by a small network of individuals who are out to destroy us personally, professionally, and financially. This network of individuals is manipulating the banking system and the criminal justice system for the purposes of sabotaging our credit and our credibility. Up until a year ago, Evie and I had never had any run-in with the law whatsoever. We are not criminals, nor are we fugitives from justice, nor are we crazy. We are simply artists and filmmakers who are being racketeered on. We believe there are to be a malignant tumor of star whackers in Hollywood. How many people do you know personally who have died suddenly and mysteriously in the past 5 years? I have personally known 8 actors, all of whom I have worked with and was close to. Heath Ledger, Chris Penn, David Carradine among them. I believe these actors were whacked, and I believe that many others, such as Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan, and Mel Gibson, are being played to get at their money. In the meantime, many a celebrity's image and marketability is being co-opted and destroyed. Google helps out by keeping the negative stories near the top of a celebrity's webpage because it's the negativity that brings in the advertising revenue. In my own case, my ex-attorney Lloyd Braun has joined this tribe of bottom feeders by creating his own celebrity gossip website. What is wrong with that picture? When your own attorney starts defaming you, who do you turn to defend you? Lloyd Braun also claims to have come up with the idea of The Sopranos, so he's obviously familiar with the ways and means of organized crime. Unfortunately, my brother Dennis has made matters worse by buying a house from Mr. Braun on property Braun originally bought with money he embezzled from me. I have earned approximately $40 million throughout my career. I have profit participation in some of my films. I am being embezzled from by this monstrous ring of accountants, estate planners, and lawyers who are mercilessly slandering me and trying to kill my career, and I believe murder me in order to gain control of my royalties. I wish to return to only one thing: work.
So does your client plan on attending the hearing next week in Santa Barbara?
My client is intending to comply with the law in both jurisdictions, and we are going to spend the next couple of days strategizing how to best achieve that.
Will that not compromise your refugee?
It may. We have a number of options available to us now, some of which existed before he made a refugee claim and some which arose yesterday. So we're going to take a look at the best options, and it may be that we do abandon the refugee claim.
So in favor of what, citizenship application and sponsorship?
There are numerous options: work permits, permanent resident status. There are all sorts of options. This is what we need to discuss in Liberty.
And do you understand how paranoid and delusional your client sounds?
I'm not going to comment.
Randy believed the star whackers were trying to do a few things. Number one, strip away all his finances. He said they were messing with his money, creating fake debts, and trying to bankrupt him. And number two, ruin his reputation. By calling him crazy, they made sure Hollywood would stay far away. Number three, they were trying to push the mental health narrative. This is something we see all the time. If you expose something, they call you mentally ill or on drugs. That way, nobody takes you seriously. And number four, they were trying to blackball him in Hollywood. This is a big one. They wanted to make sure he never worked again and became a social outcast. So when you think about all this, those are the classic tactics to destroy someone's life without leaving fingerprints. Let's talk about all the legal stuff, because that's when things really spiraled. In 2009, Randy and Evie were charged with defrauding an innkeeper. Basically, they stayed at a hotel in Santa Barbara and left without paying a $10,000 bill. Then in 2010, they were accused of squatting in a guest house that they once owned. There were also allegations of vandalism. They were arrested multiple times, and at one point they even fled to Canada to seek asylum. They claimed they were running from the star whackers who were trying to kill them. Canada denied the request, and Randy was eventually deported back to the US.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Where to begin? Let's start with the court date this week. Why did you miss it if you and Evie believe strongly that you've done nothing wrong?
Well, I didn't miss the court date. I didn't have to appear. I have other issues up here that prevented me from attending that court date. I'd like to read this. This is from the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office. And it says that the Quaids are due back in court on October 18th, 2010. However, that is subject to change. Court dates are listed under court calendar on the website sbcourts.org for the Superior Court of California, Santa Barbara County.
Okay, so you're saying
we looked at this
you didn't
website.
know about it. You didn't know about the court date because the last one you knew about was the 18th.
No, we looked at yeah.
Okay, but that's
we monitored this website.
But that's not what your lawyer said,
and
right? The lawyer told the judge yesterday that the reason Evie didn't go because she did have to appear, according to the authorities in Santa Barbara. And your lawyer said that the reason she didn't go is because she didn't want to leave you alone in Vancouver.
Right. Well, she's very close. We're a very close couple, and she has an opportunity to appear within the next few days, and we're assessing our options as far as her appearance.
Okay.
As far as we're concerned, we're going to do everything that legally that we have that protects our interests and our safety, and we defer to our attorneys.
Okay, let's talk about the concerns that you have for your safety. You say that you're staying in Vancouver, you're staying in Canada because you don't want to come to the States because you're afraid of these people who are out to kill celebrities, and you specifically. Why do you have that fear?
I have a fear because for the last 3 years, and really the last 20 years, I've been racketeered on. My finances have been decimated by a group of people, such as my ex-attorney, my ex-business manager, and an estate planner, specifically, and they have conspired together to co-opt my corporations, put in trustees without my knowledge.
But are they now trying to kill you?
Well, yes. I mean, they not in a sense where they're going to come over and shoot me with a gun or anything like that. But the way they've manipulated the system, the court system, to have us falsely arrested, and to make it impossible for us to operate on a daily basis in the most basic way. I mean, banking,
right,
owning a house, renting a house,
right,
renting a car. I mean, we cannot function.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, it's not that you feel that someone's going to kill you literally, it's that you feel that they're just trying to decimate you and take things away. If that's the case, that's
if things keep going the way they are, we will be out on this. We will be out if things keep going the way they are, and we don't do something about it to expose these people. My wife and I will be out on the street, and we'll have nothing to eat. Okay, that's how bad it is.
Okay, so why have you said then that you feel that the same people who you believe killed David Carradine and Heath Ledger, these star whackers, are out to kill you as well?
Well, they are star whackers. I mean, they're people who I knew David Carradine. And,
he was found dead in Bangkok. You believe they hanged him in Bangkok, and they forced Heath Ledger to take drugs in New York?
I can't believe that David would commit a suicide. His wife has recently come out and said that she doesn't believe that she believes that he was murdered. Heath was an athlete. He played Australian football. He was robust. It's just, I've had 8 friends of mine who have either died or mysteriously or had scandals surrounding them in recent years. And this is what I'm talking about when I mean by star whacking. I mean, it's not killing somebody necessarily. It's just creating a scandal or a mystery around a celebrity that discredits them.
A lot of people said Randy and his wife were on drugs or just mentally unstable, but here's something important. That's the easiest narrative for them to push. When someone starts talking about being followed or targeted, the mainstream answer is always, they're crazy. Look at all the cases of whistleblowers or truth tellers. They always get hit with the same labels. The system loves using mental health accusations to discredit you because once they label you crazy, the public tunes you out.
I helped media giants News Corp and Warner Brothers Entertainment earn well over $1 billion for the films Independence Day and Christmas Vacation. What did I get in return? Stole my house. Continues to smear me to high heaven with a pack of lies. For good measure, he's even had my wife and I falsely arrested 6 times. No, for real. That's really how it works. Hashtag PMC. Police media corruption. Ba-dum! Evie and I have been put through a living hell of biblical proportion. So how do we retaliate? What do we do? Well, I still have a few tricks too. This is the very same shirt that I wore in ID 4 when I saved the world. Evie, put this on.
Now, one thing to note is that in Hollywood, they may not use the word gangstalking, but the tactics are very similar. They may call it blacklisting, smear campaigns, or industry sabotage, but at the core, it's coordinated psychological targeting. The term gangstalking is often dismissed by the mainstream and tied to mental illness, delusion, or drug use, and that's exactly how they like it. Discredit the victim and the abuse gets buried. The mental health narrative is one of the strongest weapons in modern society. They can say you're depressed, bipolar, schizophrenic, and suddenly anything you say becomes just another delusion. For Randy, once he used the term star whackers, the media didn't need to do much else. The phrase sounded so wild that people just laughed him off. But what if star whackers was his personal label for what we now call gangstalkers or covert harassers? It actually makes sense when you think about it. They say that Randy and Evie lost millions in legal fees and lawsuits. When you get hit with lawsuits, you spend everything you have defending yourself. They freeze your accounts, they garnish your wages, and they cancel deals. Pretty soon, even someone who once made millions ends up broke, couch surfing, or homeless. That's not an accident, that's part of the design. Some people believe there's a global agenda to keep celebrities under tight control. Celebrities influence the masses. If one of them starts talking about hidden agendas, covert harassment, or real power structures, it can wake up millions of people. So they make them an example. When Randy started talking about the star whackers, it wasn't just about him. He warned that other celebrities were next. He even claimed that some stars had been taken out before they could speak. That's a heavy claim, but it makes you wonder. Despite all this, Randy never fully gave up. He kept doing interviews, even though no major network would host him seriously. He stayed with Evie, who supported his story and went through it all by his side. They lived simply, moving place to place. He even made videos on YouTube warning people.
The American male human is retarded. Our objective is to keep him that way. We sell him war, death, and honor. Honor in war, honor in death. Death is traded on the New York Stock Exchange. The American male human will die for us. He will die for us if we keep his brain soft and juvenile, like mutton. We've spent years softening the American male human mind. We want him stupid. We need him stupid. That's where you come in. You, Quaid, are a certain fool syringe used to inject a certain tranquilizer into the minds of the American male human. You, Quaid, sell beer, bait, and ammo. The tax on beer, bait, and ammo funds recruiting franchises which support human war. You can't live in nature. If you live in nature, you don't have a phone. If you don't have a phone, we can't buy it. Do you understand the problem you are causing us, Quaid? We are going to kill you.
Alrighty guys, that's the deep dive on Randy Quaid and the Star Whackers. I know this was a long one, but if you stuck around, I thank you. And I just want you to know that I make these videos because I want us all to see the patterns and to understand the deeper truths that are hiding in plain sight. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below on your thoughts. Stay strong, stay sharp, and never let anyone make you doubt your own mind. I'll see you on the next one. Stay blessed, guys.